All right, so let's jump into AI and tourism, specifically in Taitung. You send over some really interesting stuff, seminar notes, expert interviews, even some Taiwanese news articles. We're going to unpack it all. I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz, you know. Taiwan's government is really pushing AI in tourism. They've even got these funding programs, SIR and SBIR, to help businesses, get on board.
Yeah, those programs, I was reading about those, they're for all kinds of businesses, big or small, it seems like. And it's not just Taiwan, right? This AI and tourism thing, it's global.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Globally. Like, look at Japan, JTB, their biggest travel agency. They're using AI to, personalize travel recommendations.
It's amazing. And even airlines are getting in on it. Like Lufthansa in Germany, they're using AI for dynamic pricing, to
Yeah.
keep ticket prices competitive, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting to see how everyone is kind of figuring out how to use AI to make travel better.
And make it easier,
Yes.
right? Like think about Resorts World Sentosa in Singapore. They've got these AI chatbots for customer service, so guests can get help instantly.
It's all about, I think, anticipating what travelers need.
Exactly. And that brings us to Taitung. This is what I'm really excited about. Taitung has everything you'd want in a destination. The indigenous culture, the nature, the food scene. But it's maybe not as well known globally as it could be.
And that's where AI could come in. Imagine if we could use AI to translate all those amazing local stories, those legends, into different languages.
Right. It would open up Taitung's culture to the whole world.
Exactly.
And not just words, but visually too. We were talking
Yeah.
about those short videos. AI could create these stunning videos of Taitung's beaches, the mountains, everything.
And those videos could be targeted,
Yeah.
like one for surfers, one for foodies, one for history buffs,
Yeah.
all made by AI and in a bunch of languages.
So people could find exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Personalized, which reminds me, what about those personalized itineraries? Using AI to suggest things based on what you like, your budget, all of that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't just get a generic tour. You'd get an experience that's made just for you. Imagine you're into hiking and food. The AI can make an itinerary that takes you on amazing trails and then to a restaurant known for its authentic local dishes.
That would be incredible. And it seems like Taitung is already kind of experimenting with AI. That T-Cross project we talked about, they used AI for logistics and even developed a medical app.
Yeah. It's good to see that, that AI is already making a difference there. And hopefully that'll kind of spread to the tourism industry.
And to really dig into that, there's that seminar you mentioned, A New Era of Smart Tourism. They seem to be focused on making AI easy to understand for businesses, even those without any tech background.
Yeah, and they're using DeepSeek, an open source AI platform. DeepSeek has all these tools that businesses can use, from image recognition to processing language.
Right. And it's not just DeepSeek, right? There's ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Bard, all these open source platforms that are becoming more and more user friendly. So businesses can experiment with AI without needing a huge budget or a team of coders.
Exactly. It's about making these tools available to everyone.
So it seems like we've established that AI has the potential to transform Taitung's tourism, but how do we actually make it happen?
Well, I think we need to break it down.
Into smaller steps.
Right. It can be a little overwhelming to think about changing everything at once.
Right. It's like climbing a mountain without any preparation. We need a plan.
Exactly. And that's what we'll talk about in the next part of our deep dive. We'll look at specific examples of how AI can be used in hotels, restaurants, transportation, everything.
So we'll get into the details of how AI can improve the visitor experience, make things more efficient, and create opportunities for businesses and the local community. Stick with us. So we talked about the big picture, AI's potential to really change how tourism works in Taitung. But let's get specific. How can actual businesses, like a small B&B or a restaurant, use AI?
Yeah, that's the real question, right? It's easy to talk about AI in general, but what about the actual results?
Right, exactly. So let's imagine, I'm a hotel owner in Taitung. What can I do with AI?
Well, even something like recommending rooms. Instead of just giving people whatever's available, an AI system could, look at their past bookings, what they like, even their social media, to suggest the perfect room.
Okay, so if the AI sees someone's always posting hiking pics on Instagram, it might give them a room with a mountain view.
Exactly. It's going beyond just, basic amenities. It's understanding what the guest really wants.
I like that. So what about pricing? Everyone's always trying to find the best deal.
Well, AI can help with that too. Instead of having like fixed prices, the hotel could use AI to analyze, past data, occupancy rates, even local events to predict demand and adjust prices.
So like during busy times, prices go up, and when it's slower, there might be special deals?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Really?
about finding that balance between, making money for the hotel and making sure the prices are attractive to travelers.
This is making me hungry, all this talk about personalization. What about food? Taitung has such an amazing food scene, so how could AI, like, enhance that?
Oh, tons of ways. Imagine a restaurant using AI to design their menu, not just a list of dishes, but a almost like a culinary journey personalized for each diner. The AI could look at what people have ordered before, dietary needs, even what's trending online to suggest the best dishes.
Okay, so, like, if I always order spicy food, it might recommend the chef's special chili crab.
Exactly. It's like having a personal food guide.
And AI could even, like, tell the stories behind the dishes, right? Imagine scanning a QR code on the menu and the AI pops up with, like, the history of a dish, how it's made traditionally, the local ingredients.
It adds so much to the experience. It connects people to the culture of Taitung through food.
Absolutely. Okay, shifting gears a bit. What about souvenirs? I think souvenirs are a cool way to, like, remember a trip.
Yeah, me too. And AI can make them even more meaningful. Imagine if the descriptions were written by AI. They could tell the story behind each item, highlight the craftsmanship, the local materials, all of that.
So it's not just a keychain, it's like a piece of Tatung's art.
Right. It becomes more than just a trinket. It's a real memory.
I like that. Okay, last thing I want to touch on is transportation. Getting around Taitung, could AI help with that?
Definitely. Think about an app powered by AI that suggests the best routes, you know. It could factor in traffic, weather, even what you're interested in, and then suggest, like, hidden gems along the way.
So, like, if I'm a nature lover, it might send me on a route through the forests and by the coast.
Yeah. And a history buff might get recommendations for historical sites.
Personalized travel. That's amazing. And we could even have those AI chatbots we talked about, right? Built into the app to answer questions, give advice.
Exactly. So travelers always have that support they feel comfortable exploring.
Okay, we've covered a lot here. Lots of practical uses for AI in Taitung's tourism, but we can't forget about the human side of things. How does this impact the people who live there?
That's the big question, yeah.
And it leads to some really important conversations, which we'll get into next. So we've talked about how AI could change tourism in Taitung, but what about the people who live there? How does this affect them?
Yeah, that's really what matters, right? We can talk about AI all day, but it's about the human impact.
And one thing that worries people is, will AI take away jobs? It's a real concern.
It is. But I think it's important to remember that technology has always, changed how we work. The key is to adapt, to find the new opportunities.
So maybe instead of worrying about jobs being lost, we should focus on how AI can create new jobs, new skills.
Exactly. Like, remember that T-Cross project? It wasn't just about the AI system. They trained local students to, develop and manage that technology.
Right, so it's not just bringing in AI from somewhere else. It's about building skills right there in Taitung.
Yeah, and that's where I see a lot of potential. What if Taitung had, like, training programs specifically for AI in tourism? People could become experts in data, in AI development, even in AI storytelling.
And those skills could be used in other industries too, right? Not just tourism.
Absolutely. It's about creating a culture of learning. Always adapting, always learning new things.
So learning new skills. But what about the economic impact? How do we make sure everyone benefits from AI, not just the big companies?
Right. And that's where those open source platforms come in. DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Bard. They make AI tools available to anyone, no matter how much money they have or, how tech savvy they are.
So even a small B&B could use those tools for personalized recommendations, pricing, even marketing.
Exactly. It gives everyone a chance to use AI to grow their business.
But it's not just about the tools, is it? People need support too, maybe workshops, mentoring, specifically for small business owners.
Yeah, definitely. It's about sharing knowledge, making sure everyone can benefit from this change.
And one more thing I keep thinking about. Taitung's culture is so rich, so unique. How do we make sure AI enhances that culture, that it doesn't, get lost?
That's such a good point. I think it comes down to using AI thoughtfully, being aware of how we use it, making sure it aligns with, the values of the community.
So, for example, instead of AI making like generic souvenirs, maybe it could help preserve traditional crafts.
Exactly. AI could be used to, document those techniques, create virtual experiences, even connect those artisans with a global audience.
So AI is supporting those traditions, not replacing them.
Right. It's about finding that balance, innovation and preservation.
We've covered so much in this deep dive. It seems like Taitung really could be a model for how to do AI tourism the right way.
I think so, too. It's a place where technology and tradition can come together, where AI can benefit everyone.
And as we wrap up, I'm feeling really optimistic. We've talked about challenges, but also solutions, possibilities, and ultimately the future of AI in Taitung and everywhere is up to us.
It's about making smart choices, embracing the potential of AI, but also protecting what makes Taitung special.
This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for listening.